There's a sand shortage. Who would have ever thought that the earth would run out of sand? It's the second most important commodity. It's like the second most used thing behind water. Like, we're not running out of water, at least I hope, anytime soon. But we could run out of sand. And sand is the primary substance used in so many things. It's used in the construction of roads, bridges, high-speed trains, land regeneration projects. Sand and gravel and rock crushed together and melted down are used to make glass. So every single window on every single building, every single house needs sand to make, let's say, the gravel, the concrete, the windows. Everything needs sand. And while people don't think about it, they just think, oh, there's so much sand, the ocean. No, it's actually, the world is facing a shortage according to climate scientists, and they say it's one of the greatest sustainability challenges of the 21st century. And this is mind-blowing. I didn't think it was possible to run out of sand. Like, I'm from Florida. You go to the beach. There's so much sand there. And I would just think nothing, like, how can you run out of sand? There's just more in the ocean. What about all, like, tens of thousands of miles of the ocean floor? But according to scientists, they say, actually, we're running out. So what's happening is the global use of sand and gravel, the use is found to be 10 times higher than that of cement. So this means that for construction alone, the world consumes about 40 to 50 billion tons. 40 to 50 billion tons of sand every single year. And to put that into perspective, that's enough to build a wall 27 meters high by 27 meters wide that wraps around the entire planet every single year. That, like, I can't even imagine. What is that, like a 50-something foot wide by 50-something foot tall? It's not even a wall. That's like a block or a building. It's just like a building full of cement that goes around the entire earth. Like, that's crazy to think that is used every single year. And when you start thinking about it, 50-something feet high by 50-something feet tall around the earth every year in terms of sand, it starts to make sense why we're running out. And according to scientists, this is not a good thing at all. So they're saying that we need to have 5 priorities, 5 things that governments are starting to do. Things are looking a little better, but we need to make sure that these 5 things happen. The first, they said, is cooperation on global standards across all sectors. They said right now there really aren't any standards. People just think, oh, you could just get sand from the beaches. Nothing happens, but it hurts the environment, Having sand on the beach can help stop, like, when there's hurricanes or storms. It prevents a lot of the water from damaging homes and getting it inland. The second thing they said is cost-effective and viable alternatives to river and marine sand. Third is updating environmental, social, and corporate governance frameworks in the financial sector to include sand. Fourth is bringing in ground-level voices and setting regional, national, and global goals on sand use at the right scale. So they said we can't just treat sand like it's unlimited, because the fact of the matter is that we're using sand at a faster rate than how much is produced naturally every year. Every year, naturally there's sand produced by rocks grinding up against each other and, fragmenting into sand and grinding up over a long period of time. But the problem is, it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time, and we're using so much sand for everything. Buildings, windows, computer chips, everything needs sand. So we had to include this story early on because it was something that is just shocking. There's deserts, there's beaches. How can you run out of sand? It seems impossible. To me, at least, it seems impossible. I don't even know how that happens.